How old were you when you first saw Labyrinth, Aaron?
Ooh, thanks for cheering for age. I was 6, 7.
Did it scare you?
The first scene in the bedroom.
There's a scene that seems pretty scary for kids in the beginning, yeah.
Yeah. The scene
I noticed that as the writer of Monster House. I have a keen eye for this stuff. I wrote a movie that...
every time my friend mentions his own movies, I pop champagne.
Kids get scared pretty easily, little kids, even today. Even in this post horse dick internet world of they've seen everything, little kids still get scared.
Oh, PhD. Post horse dick.
After Labyrinth, nothing was post dick because it's just bulge, and he's bouncing an infant on just a rigid codpiece the entire time. It's really horny. He's older than I am in that movie, right? How old is Bowie in that movie? He's got to be older than 39, right?
I don't know.
But and he's coming on to like what, 15-year-old woman?
14. She's 14.
Yeah.
But he's her fantasy, and
he's her fantasy. Yeah.
Yes. Also, I watched the behind the scenes documentary again today, and
it's Monday. Tomorrow's vitamin day.
I'm gonna watch vitamins all day tomorrow. So Bowie's talking about the Goblin King, and he says, "Well, he doesn't choose to have her there. He's reluctant, but then he's forced into this world." Like his explanation was nothing that I think anyone has ever thought. Like he sat down with Jim Henson. Jim Henson's like, "Yeah, fine. That's your explanation. That the Goblin King doesn't want to be the Goblin King, but because he's there, he may as well do a good job." And
so that's
But yeah, Jennifer Connelly was 14.
To me, that the Goblin King spends most of his time hanging out in a dungeon with 50 asshole puppets.
Yeah. Well, now you know why. Because half of the movie was written by a fucking guitarist.
For real?
I'm just saying, you want a good story, don't go to, David Bowie.
David Bowie didn't write the story. Terry Jones wrote the movie.
He came up with the character motivation. That's the thing about the movie that doesn't make any sense to me. There's no stakes, we call them, as we say at Denny's and in writing. You need stakes.
Back to Time Bandits.
Is the biggest Labyrinth fan out here? Who other than Aaron? Does someone think that they're a bigger Labyrinth fan than Aaron? John Carpenter.
It's BJ.
Oh my God, it's John Carpenter. Come on up here, John Carpenter.
Yeah, we got John Carpenter's in the house.
Oh, BJ.
Wow.
You're looking very French.
A surprise special. No, it's John Carpenter.
Wait, I don't know what's really.
John Carpenter,
wait, what are we talking about? Labyrinth?
You're going to stick up for Labyrinth, yeah.
1, humans and puppets together. But real, not like the Muppets.
Wait.
2.
No, exactly like the Muppets. It's exactly like the Muppets. They're both as real as each other.
No, but the Muppets are actors. So, 2, you've got...
Oh, I see. Oh, the Muppets are playing actors?
It's not like the Larry Sanders Show. They're not...
Well, it kind of is. It's kind of behind the scenes.
John Carpenter, do you mean that
yes.
there are little people that are playing the puppets? Is that what you mean? Like it's different? And that no.
I'm saying Fozzie Bear, right? Kermit, Miss Piggy, animals in a band, so he's a musician, but they're actors. They're not.
Oh, they're actors on the Muppet Show.
Yeah, so like when you see them, like, oh, we got to get to New York or whatever. It's like, yeah, because you're actors.
Oh, so
you're saying that as an everyman, which you obviously are, you find it less relatable to watch a showbiz show.
There's more verisimilitude when the puppets are goblins. When puppets are actors, that's crazy.
In the behind the scenes documentary, Jim Henson is talking about why he wanted to make the movie, and him and Terry Jones say we just wanted to make a movie again with puppets and people that's like Dark Crystal but fun. And goblins, maybe. Like, it was such a loose idea. And so great that then it became such a great movie.
I was sitting at the Pikey, the bar a couple blocks up the street as here on Sunset Boulevard, as I do every Harmontown, and I was sitting there by myself at the bar. I was a little out of place on a Monday. It's not it's 2 days before Halloween. It's not a weekend. Nobody else was in costume. I mean, if I had gone to the Rainbow Room, I would have been just every other guy in there.
Yeah, well, some chick dressed as a cat would have given you a hand job. You would have been fine.
Yeah,
like everybody would have been, oh man.
But also, it's Hollywood. It's near Halloween. People can dig it, and no one's giving me any business. But there's one guy sitting next to me. He's like 2 stools down. And he's like, yeah, I fucking hate Hollywood. You know, I live downtown. You know, downtown. Hollywood's kind of anathema to me. I don't go to Hollywood. Hollywood's kind of bullshit. I mean, I'm here right now, but I'm kind of slumming it. You know, I live downtown. You know, I ride my bicycle here. I'm a bicycle guy. You know, and he looks over me and he goes, yeah, I loved you in Dark Crystal, man. So anyway.
I don't know where to begin analyzing that.
Yeah. Like my indignation was more righteous than any other time in my life.
He thought you were just hanging out at the pikey dress.
No,
like
I know.
That.
I think he's just a douchebag who thinks he's a know-it-all, and he has to.
He was just on a flow.
He has to put his fingerprint on everything around him.
He just moved downtown, so he's like, holy shit, I know everything.
Also, I ordered. I said, I'll have a Sam Smith lager and a Fernet Branca. He goes, oh man, I love Fernet Branca. Man, I lived in San Francisco for a while. Yeah, Fernet Branca. He was trying to engage me, but I let my wig like be my earmuffs, and I just my collar be my cocoon, and I just iglooed myself in, and because I'm in my wig and my boots, I'm 9 feet tall in this costume, and he was a little shrimpy fucker, and he was just trying to affect everybody in the goddamn bar, which is the worst because it was.
He just broke up with his girlfriend, and he IKEA'd the missing stuff from his loft. Well, he filled in all her missing spots.
He was sitting in a bar in Hollywood trying to talk about how uncool Hollywood is, which is, look, there's a case for that. Hollywood kind of blows in lots of ways. There's also good things about Hollywood. For instance, Harmontown, for one.
That's in Hollywood.
And the Nerdist.
For the time being, that's in Hollywood.
And
until such time as it can get emancipated.
Yeah, absolutely. But this guy was just like, every time anybody ordered a drink, he had to like weigh in on it. And he took a lot longer to
2 olives, nice. Dirty up.
Ooh, olives.
Like if a bat flew into his face, he'd be like, fruit bat, nice. It doesn't drink blood. A lot of people don't know that. He's just a hip Cliff Clavin.
Yeah, he wasn't Cliff Clavin. Cliff Clavin had information. This guy was just, I don't like that. I know about it. I've heard about it. I don't like it. I'm above that. But then he waited way longer to weigh in on me because I think he had to wait a half hour to hear me finally order a drink and to hear that I wasn't going to sound like David Bowie. Because I heard like, oh, don't be cruel to me. I'll be cruel to you if you don't give me if I don't order my drink,
Sarah,
you have no idea. Don't forget about the baby. If I'd have committed to that, I don't think he would ever have fucking turned to me at all. But I was like, oh yeah, when you get a chance, I'll have whatever. You forgot my glass. Remember me over here? I was being.
I have a grape knee high.
And then he was like, yeah, nice job in Dark Crystal, bro. And then he just fucked off to the bathroom like that, like it was like a slam dunk and mic drop, and he went off to the thing.
Chris Rock to the bathroom.
Yeah.